and sellers, there's words that they use for that. There'll be bulls for buyers and bears for sellers, right?
Yeah.
And then there's more other terms that they use. How difficult was it for you to learn? Because a lot of people have this misconception and misperception that forex is hard or is difficult. To inspire yourself, am I right or wrong, Mr. Forex?
You are right.
Because
because you see, most of people are similar. Similar gore ba go dira madi ba.
Yes.
But re sa lebele gore the knowledge part of it first. We first have to learn. But now we are quick to start to earn without learning.
True.
So that is where many people go wrong.
True.
And obviously you're going to lose your money.
Yeah.
There's no any other way.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like one other thing that gets people is there's so many strategies going around that you end up forgetting the basics.
True.
And in my experience, this one person, and everything just becomes so noisy. So I end up stopping and
Going back to the basics.
just go back to the basics.
Wow.
Just once those highs and lows, just start there.
So what be footballers? But the reason why football is always popular is because they have legends and they keep continuing they are relentless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's that constant exposure.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that's the whole idea behind this podcast as well.
That's the thing. And it's a big, like the Forex business is a big business. It's like a 7 trillion. Yes, welcome to yet another episode of the Boss Forex Trading channel. I am the boss, like the channel says, and welcome to it. We are coming to you live and direct from the Pond Restaurant, situated right in the heart of the CBD. The whole reason why we started this podcast is because we want to grow the industry, the Forex industry, right? We want to build a community of traders. We want to make sure that Botswana lene when it comes to Forex trading. I'm going with Mr. Ashley Matthys.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, my G. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You look good, actually. Make yourself comfortable. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you for having me, actually.
Yeah, welcome. How have you been?
I've been good. A bit busy, but good.
Yeah, cool stuff. And maybe you can tell us, we all know you are a Forex trader. For those who don't know, Mr. Matthys is like a 21-year-old who is pursuing Forex and varsity at the same. It's actually your final year this year, right?
Yes, I'm actually completing this month.
Okay, but let's just rewind.
Yeah.
Rewind a bit and talk about maybe your childhood, how you grew up, and before we.
Okay. Well, I started my primary in Veda. I'm not sure if you know where it is. It's in Kalahari.
Yeah, I know that, but I've never been there.
Ah.
I've never been to Kalahari for some reason. For some weird, the only place I've never been to in Botswana is I've been to Kang via the Trans Kalahari on your way to Hansi, but I've never really gotten into the heart of the Kalahari. But I'll go someday.
Awesome.
It's embarrassing, right?
Not really. Not everybody is one, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm actually from Straysendam, personally. I'm from Straysendam. I went to primary in Veda, also in Middelpit, also in Straysendam, and I finished my primary school in Mitsmutla.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, so I've been moving around a lot.
You are a traveler.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And
this was like your formative years, primary, standard 1 up to
standard 1 to 7.
To 7.
Yes. I did my junior in Lusalapuda, CJSS. and then my senior in St. Joseph's,
Wow.
and now I'm at UB.
Wow. Perfect. Were you, how, no, Pastor was there? And how is it? Okay.
I tried my level best, but I made it through, and that's how I got here.
Cool. Nice. And yeah, I think one thing worth noting is the fact that you have a very supportive mom. She's been hounding us, for lack of a better way.
Yeah.
She's been on our case, asking, guys, what's Forex Institute? Can you please try to, bring my son on? I know he's at varsity, and I would like to say she was very pushy in making sure that you learn this thing. This is like what? When did we meet? 2 years ago, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. You've been doing this for 2 years, right? So yeah, maybe you can take us through how you are juggling, how you juggle Forex, and maybe you can just talk about UB life. Let's start there. How is it difficult? How is it easy to?
Okay, so
the course that you are doing, maybe.
The course I'm doing is business. It's in business. It's entrepreneurship and enterprise development. So basically, they teach you how to start a business. That's essentially it.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and how I started this whole Forex thing, I actually saw on social media, how it was back then. People would always show them withdrawing large bills, and flaunting them, and I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But I was skeptical.
True.
Naturally.
And most people are. Because if you think of it, a lot of people they still think Forex is a scam.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And that's also one of the things why we started this podcast, to show people that we actually have real Botswana, real people.
That's
yeah, but yeah, we can continue.
So my mom on Facebook, she discovered the Princess of Forex, and she learned. I guess she learned.
This is the boss coming live and direct from the Pond restaurant at the CBD. For those who don't know where it's situated, we are right in the heart of the CBD, just adjacent to Ayoba, same building, Mr. Morobi. So they have every meal for every occasion. They have fun almost every day, an event for every single day. Mondays they have pork and rib Mondays, and then Wednesdays they have something. Tuesdays they have burger Tuesdays. They also have soulful Sundays on weekends. I know also on Thursdays they have an event for the women. We all know that Thursdays are ladies' nights. Yeah, but the food also, it's also nice. So come through, have fun. The prices are, very reasonable. They also have Wi-Fi, by the way. If you want to come here during the day, do your business, you also need to. You see now. For him and for. Perfect. This is for me. Okay, perfect. Hey, you cannot tell me how you right? Sorry for disturbing us. Oh, thank you for disturbing us. But yeah, anyway, come through, have fun. You can have your business meetings here. They have the VIP section and so on and so forth. Adios.
But on her own, about how Forex works and everything like that.
Yes.
And she actually encouraged me to give it a shot because, there's hardly any jobs around today.
True.
I mean, I'm completing this month.
You're actually in the middle of exam.
Yes,
wow.
It's exam season.
Imagine. And you had the time to come and come for this interview.
Hey, it's an opportunity. I'll take it.
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay.
So she encouraged me to sort of be versatile, to look for many streams of income, not just focus on one thing. Education, yes, it's important, and I've continued to pursue it.
Yes.
And I'm getting my degree.
Which is good.
So I'll have my degree.
Something to fall back on should shit happen.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'll have that to fall back on. However,
yeah, I hear you, Ashley.
Yeah.
And your full name is Ashley Matthys.
yes, actually Jason Matthys, if
Hey.
you will.
Wow, nice. You actually remind me of Jason Moore, a friend of mine. He's a Forex trader.
Uh-huh.
Currently, he's in Miami.
Oh,
It's funny how you have, he's your namesake, and you guys are both into Forex. But anyway, maybe we can. I know how difficult it is for. I have two girls, right? I have kids, and sometimes I always tell them school, like try to drum it in their heads to say, guys, you need to focus, you need to go to school. But how easy was it for your mom to say you can do this on the side? Because a lot of parents, they'll be like, you can't be working, you can't start a job when you are working. I mean, when you are schooling, because they think, most parents think, if ngwana itse madi a le monyenyane, they'll forget about school. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
I did.
So how was it easy for your mom to I mean, your mom, I would like to say she's an open-minded mom.
Yes.
So how easy was it for her to, or how difficult was it for her to say, pursue this thing and try and balance it, juggle it with your schoolwork at the same time?
Yes, I feel like for her it was a bit of a difficult choice because focusing on two things at once, it's not that easy.
It's not.
It's actually a challenge. So I feel like on her part, she was scared for me that I might not take my school seriously and I end up failing, and she might have to bear all that guilt if I do fail. But
at the end of it all, everything worked out.
It did with careful planning, of course. You can't give one thing too much attention or else.
True. I remember during when you came on board for your mentorship, which I'm the one who was helping you with from start all the way from the beginning to where you are now. Maybe I can say I remember there were days you would say, today I have a class, I can't come. Yeah. That also shows a bit of maturity on your side, because people have different personas and personalities and attitudes and whatever.
Yeah.
Someone might have bunked classes to say, I want to focus on this. How difficult or easy was it for you to say, this is I have to make sure I find a balance, like most people say?
It's not very difficult, but again, the thing is, it's not everything is just black and white.
True.
There's a gray area.
Yes.
So sometimes when you feel like you have to sacrifice something,
it's all about focus.
Yes.
And finding something that works for you. Yes. Is that what you wanted to say, or am I putting words into your mouth?
I would say you just say exactly what I was thinking.
Yes. Okay. But I think having said that, you came up very well. You were not a very difficult student.
Yeah.
There were times when okay, maybe you can just tell us about Forex in general. Like, is it a difficult thing? Was it what you thought it was? Yeah.
So Forex, we all started on a demo account. That's where I started, and it was fun.
What's a demo account for those who don't know?
Okay, a demo account, they basically give you digital money, not real money.
Virtual money.
Virtual money, yes. Just something you can practice with.
Yes.
And
to trade. Yes. Practice how to trade. Yes. And learn.
And so, I had my fun, making $10,000 in a couple of minutes. But I'd say the real experience comes when you open a real account. There's that fear of losing your real money that you invested. and everything becomes so real. The emotions, the feelings, the anxiety,
Yes.
and it's just completely different from the demo.
Yes. The trading psychology, the whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, maybe you can just take us back a bit. If you, I know there's words that they use in forex, right? And there's words like maybe forex guru will chip in. We have forex guru in the building. A forex guru in the building is behind the sellers. There's words that they use for that. There will be bulls for buyers and bears for sellers, right?
Yeah.
And then there's more other terms that they use. How difficult was it for you to learn? Because a lot of people have this misconception and misperception that forex is hard or is difficult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me personally, I just take notes. They say writing something down is like reading it 7 times over. Yeah, so I'll just write it down, those like in the simplest forms, just to make sure I understand what those terms meant.
And then you ended up grasping the concept.
Yeah, I ended up grasping it. Look at us now.
Look at us now. And a lot of what can I say? I wanted to ask. My trail of thoughts is a bit jumbled up. Maybe it's the coffee that I'm having. But what I wanted to ask was, anyway, we'll get into that a little later.
All right.
Maybe now, do you? This is what I wanted to ask. Like I said, a lot of people think forex is difficult, right?
Yeah.
I personally think, even if you were to drop out of Form 3, you can do forex. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Am I?
Yeah, right.
So, it's because you are at varsity and you are doing forex and you are wearing glasses, people think, no, this thing is for learned people. It's for people who are very smart.
This is for driving.
So you know they never judge a book by its cover. But yeah, like I'm saying, maybe Forex Guru, chip in here, my brother. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, hello.
Focus. Are you trading? Focus.
Yeah, I'm focused.
Are you trading as well?
Yeah, I do trade.
You told me you have some trades going on what? What are you trading?
Currently, I'm trading gold.
Gold. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Gold and indices.
And indices.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you like?
Yeah, it's what it's
Maybe
my
we'll
favorite.
also ask Ashley what he likes as well.
Okay.
Okay. So the term is for what inspired you to start trading?
Well, I was inspired by one of the big guys in the forex trading, the likes of Peter Lynch and George Soros.
George Soros. Eh?
Yeah, he's one of the guy who made I think that was 1 billion.
$1 billion dollars, right?
Yeah, $1 billion US in a single trade.
Apparently, he's I think I know you. Apparently, he's the best trader the biggest trader that has ever lived.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that trade he made it in around 1992.
This is like what? 1992 is what? 23 years ago.
Yeah, 1992. When he was trading British pound.
GBP USD.
Yeah.
Wow.
He made around 1 billion.
So he's actually the guy who inspired you to trade.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. And okay, how difficult was it for you to learn forex?
Well, obviously the first 100 days is difficult, you blow accounts, you go through a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. The first 100 days.
The first 100 days.
There is actually a rule that talks about
the 90 days.
It's
The first
90 days, not 100.
the first 90
we'll
days.
get into
90
that.
days.
So there is also another one where they say there is the 5-3-1 rule.
The 5
Anyway, I don't want to get into that now, but you can go and search for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hongwe, for you, So the first 90 days were the most difficult for
I
you.
almost lost 90% of my capital in the first 90 days.
Oh, wow. And then you started learning.
Yeah, that's when I go back to the roots. You start to learn everything now from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with having said that, it's always important also to when you go into an industry, it's also important to learn who are the goats, like who are the greatest of all time, to inspire yourself. Am I right or wrong, Mr. Buforek?
You are right.
Because
Because you see, most of people are similar. Similar gore ba go dira madi ba.
yes,
But re sa lebelle gore the knowledge part of it first.
Yes,
We first
yes.
have to learn. But now we are quick to start to earn without learning.
true,
So that is where many people go wrong.
true.
And obviously you're going to lose your money.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no any other way.
okay.
And I feel like one other thing that gets people is there's so many strategies going around that you end up forgetting the basics.
True.
And in my experience, like that's happened to me a lot actually, where I want to try different strategies from this one person, and everything just becomes so noisy. So I end up stopping and
Going back to the
just
basics.
go back to the basics.
Wow.
Just amongst those highs and lows, just start there.
So what's your favorite asset? What do you like trading?
I'm also into gold.
Gold. Eh?
Yes.
It seems like a lot of people are starting to like gold. My favorite is always GBP. Obviously because of the guy, Mr. Referee. He's the one who inspired you to start.
Dr. Ref.
Yes, who inspired you to start?
Well, I'm not really sure.
You're not
It's
sure?
it's okay. It's like I said.
Mm.
The whole thing of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that whole story of wanting just to give her the best life
True.
after retirement.
You know what I'm
Because
saying? Retire your parents, guys.
That's the plan.
Imagine your parents have been working since you were a baby.
Exactly.
And they keep working while you are also working. Why not retire there?
Exactly. So for me personally, that's the goal. But first, baby steps.
True.
You can't run before learning how to walk.
Wow. Nice. You learn how to crawl first, and then you learn how to stand up, and then you can walk,
Take your baby steps and then you walk.
and then off you go. Yes. The reason why I always ask people who inspired you to trade, or who inspired you to do such and such a thing. Inspiration is very important. When you are feeling down, always remember your why. That's how it works for me. Like Mr. Guru has said, he was inspired by George Soros. For those who don't know George Soros, they can go and Google. Like right now, the reason why football is at the forefront of everything. A lot of people want to be footballers. Is because we grow up watching TV, And these days, our kids are exposed to so much. They are on podcasts like this, on YouTube. They have so much to learn,
Yeah.
So things are changing. We can't all be footballers. But the reason why football is always popular is because they have legends and they keep continuing they are relentless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's that constant exposure.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that's the whole idea behind this podcast as well.
That's the thing. And it's a big, like the Forex business is a big business. It's like a $7 trillion market where you can just have a sliced piece of the pie. Everyone can have, there is no limit to how much you can make in the Forex industry.
That's true.
But yeah, I think with that said, maybe what advice do you have for someone who wants to start this thing?
My advice is to just begin. I know a lot of people might be contemplating on whether to start or whether or not this is not for them. But I say just give it a shot, because one motto I do actually live by is you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wow.
Say that again.
You
miss 100% of the shots you do not take.
Because you don't take shots, you actually miss 100.
Yes.
Wow. you are 100 quadrillion percent correct.
And that's something I live by.
And okay, maybe you can continue also. Just give them motivation why they should start. And you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Kenya, like
That's
there's no jobs,
That's true.
and you just have if you have access to your phone, you can.
Okay, I'll give some advice.
Mhm.
Is to have a solid trading plan if you're starting to trade. Have a plan that you're going to follow to the T,
Yes,
and just be focused on that.
nice. And also having a trade. I'm just adding on to what I feel is also important.
Yeah.
Also knowing which sessions to trade. Which trading session do you like trading?
Since I'm gold, I
Mhm.
mainly focus on gold. I trade the New York session.
The New York session. Why?
Uh,
And when is the New York session? For those who don't know.
New York session is between 2 and I'd say what 6. That's when I stop around 2 to 6. That's when I'm usually active.
Why?
Because that's when the US market opens. That's when you have the most volumes. That's when the markets are active.
Wow.
Basically.
That's nice. Where did you learn all that?
From the boss himself.
From who?
From the boss himself.
But yeah, thanks a lot for all the feedback that you've given us, and thanks a lot for coming through and sharing the young knowledge that you have. Actually, there is a lot that you know. From looking back at where we started and now, I can say you are a complete forex trader. And I wish you all the best, my G.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best, Naka. And from the bottom of my heart, and from everyone at the Boss Forex Training Channel, I wish you all the best. All the best also in your upcoming exams.
Appreciate it.
And make your mom proud. Make your mom proud. And I know social media is I was telling you just before the interview, I was saying, you can use social media to document your life. We are going to look back, God willing, 10 years, 5 years from now and say, wow, look at us. This is where we started. Look at us now.
How far we've come.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and like I'm saying, please, I think on that note, we can call it a day, right? I'm tired. I want to go trade. They are finishing the mine.
Yeah.
They are finishing the mine.
That's 7 trillion.
So yeah, I think on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we can call it a day. But we thank everyone for your support, for watching and giving us feedback. It keeps us going. Wherever you are, we appreciate each and every one of you. Let's grow this, this thing. Let's also be on the map, and what would be your last words, Mr. Ace?
My last words are, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. Like, this isn't something I'd normally do, but I'm decided to just step out of my comfort zone. So appreciate you for that. And to my fellow traders at home, make sure proper risk management, please. That'll save you a lot, trust me.
True. Wow. On that note, we can call it a day, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Forex Guru, you have something to say, sir?
Obviously, proper risk management, stick to your plan. Yeah, that's all I can say.
But you guys always say trading plan. Do you guys journal your trades? Do you write down that I took? Do you know that you also have to journal your trades? Like this?
And there's a website that can help you do so. You just connect your trading account to the website. So basically, you document all your trade. Go and get journaling.
Okay, so in the next episode, next week Tuesday when we shoot, you should come up with. You should let us know the website, so that
Yeah,
you also help people at home.
It's very useful. So it all wants everything, your risk, or how do you risk, your profit factor,
Your
the
risk reward
trade, how
ratio.
many trades you take,
Wow, man.
how many minutes you hold trades, everything, just documents. I'll go to a level of, okay, what can I do for where and where.
Awesome.
So it's a very useful website.
Awesome. Yeah, you see, we learn every day. I didn't know. I'm not I didn't make anything before. I took this trade. This is how much it gave me. Get very good from this level to this level. It's about to retest or whatever. Then I you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always important to journal your trades.
Yeah.
And how much you've made as well. And or vis-a-vis your losses.
Yes.
Right? So I think on that note, we can call it a day, guys. Thanks for coming, my G.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming, my dude.